guys, today I'm going to be doing the Get to Know Me tag, and at the same time I'm going to do my makeup. I don't really have anywhere to go. I just kind of felt like doing my makeup because I haven't done it in a while, and I feel like it would be nice to like create a look and then maybe, I don't know, take a selfie, post it on Instagram because I haven't done that in a while. I've been sick, so I haven't been like focused on looking nice and stuff, just feeling better. I have my tea here. It's English breakfast, and I really like this mug. It's really cute. My friend gave it to me for Christmas. So I guess we'll get started. I'm going to be using the Tartelette in Bloom palettes by Tarte. I really like this everyday neutral kind of look palette, but you can also create like more fancy looks with it too. So I guess I'll answer the first question. I have it pulled up here. Okay, so where did you grow up? So that's actually kind of a hard question to answer because I have moved around a lot. So, oh my god, this is gonna be interesting to do makeup and answer a question at the same time. I'm gonna be priming my eyelids. So I was actually born in France, and I was there until I was 3 years old, and then I moved to Taiwan, which is an island by China, and I lived there for 3 years. And then I moved back to France for when I was like 6 to 12, so I would say most of my childhood was spent in France. I went to elementary school there, and actually I learned English in Taiwan. My brushes are very dirty at the moment. Okay, I found a clean one. So I did my childhood in France, and then when I was 12, so right when I was starting to be a teenager, we moved to the United States, and first we lived in San Francisco, or not in San Francisco, but in the San Francisco area. And then when I was 15, we moved to Kansas, and then it keeps on going. And then for university, I came to Canada. So yeah, I'd say I grew up in a mixture of France and the US because most of my childhood was spent in France, and then my teenagehood was spent in the United States, and I'm actually a dual citizen now. Okay, what's the next question? Where do you currently live? So, sorry, I'm gonna adjust. Yeah. I currently live in Canada, near Montreal. And so in the suburbs of Montreal, and I go here for school. Yeah. Who is your best friend? I don't know. The thing is, when you've moved around so much, you kind of have a best friend for every location you lived in. So I don't really have one best friend. It's like everywhere I go, I have really close friends, and I have like maybe 1 or 2 best friends there that I feel like I can confide myself in. Also, I don't know what this look is turning into because my brushes are really dirty. I didn't have time to clean them. But yeah, so I'd say also, this is gonna be really cliche, but I think right now my boyfriend is also one of my best friends. Like, we live together and we spend a lot of time together, but I still have like some close friends. So I don't know, I don't have a singular best friend. All right. How tall are you? So I'm actually pretty tall. I'm 5'10", and yeah. Okay. Dogs or cats? So, by the way, I'm like putting some eyeshadow in my crease. I don't know why, but this is stressing me out because I don't know like the right balance between doing my makeup and answering those questions. And I'm like, oh my god, like am I freaking up? So let me just blend this in. Also, the lighting here is pretty, here, it's better when I face my window. So can you even see what I'm doing? I'm filming on my phone also. I need to figure out how to film on my camera, because this tripod I don't think is gonna work for my camera. So dogs or cats? I'd say right now cats, just because I have cats, and I'm just wondering when I like look down if you guys can see me. But I like both, honestly. Like, I really want a puppy at some point. Yeah, so, but because I have 2 cats and I'm used to them, I kind of like understand their behavior a bit better at the moment. And sometimes dogs can kind of scare me, because I never had pets growing up, so like sometimes I don't really know how to anticipate their like behavior, and so sometimes they can kind of like scare me a little bit. But when I kind of get to know a dog, I really usually like them. And like I said, I would like to have a puppy at some point, and I know that's a lot of work and I can't really do that at the moment because I'm a student. Like, my schedule isn't very regular, like, and also it's like a lot of money, so that's why like I don't think I would see myself having a dog anytime soon. Whereas cats, yeah, they still need love, they still need attention, but they're more independent. Funniest moment for high school. I mean, that's very general, like, I don't know. Trying to think. I think I'm just trying to think of like fun times in high school, and I'd say like the times I most had fun was when I was in cross country. The cross country team, we had a lot of good laughs and just inside jokes and good times and good memories and making fun of the guys. Yeah, and I had like 2 good friends in the team that, like, I don't know, we would always make each other laugh for no reason. So I guess that would be like, it's not like funny because I'm not telling you a story, but it's funny, like it was a funny time, like it was like a fun time. What year were you born? I was why did I hesitate? I was born in 1996, so I'm 23. Yeah, I'm kind of like at the cusp of being both a millennial and a Gen Z. Yeah, I don't really know, I'm kind of in between. Are you in or have you gone to college? So both. Because I did my undergrad and now I'm doing my grad school. So I was in college and I'm still in college, still at the same university as well. And I'm doing a master's in a research-based master's in the Faculty of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. And my degree is in engineering, although I don't really have a background in engineering. I have more like a background in, sorry, my shoulders. I have a background in like environmental science, but my lab is very interdisciplinary. So it's really interesting. What is your favorite drink? As we're talking of drinks, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. So, okay, I think I'm gonna leave this like that for now, and I'll add some stuff to it after. Not very inspired by. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go wet my sponge. Favorite drink? That depends on the time of day and the activity, but I really like coffee. I drink my coffee either black or with some kind of non-dairy milk because I'm lactose intolerant. That was weird. And so coffee pretty much at any time of day except like late in the afternoon, because I do get kind of jittery and can't sleep if I have coffee too late in the afternoon. So I'm putting on some kind of like glowy primer. It's very orange, so hopefully it doesn't make me look orange, but it's, my friend gave it to me actually. It's the Nude by Nature. sheer light illuminator. I don't know, I want to add some glow to my skin. And I'm going to apply it with my fingers because why not? I don't think there's anything else you use to apply primer. Water is another drink. I really just like having a water bottle with me at all times. Tea sometimes also. I really like tea. Is more like, it's not so much for caffeine, it's more for comfort and warmth. Sometimes like, yeah, maybe if I'm like, okay, I have had too much coffee, I'll have some tea instead as caffeine. And as for alcoholic drink, I really like beer, but craft beer, like not, you know, like Coors Light or Moors. Moors, I meant Molson. I merged Coors and Molson. And none of these like very basic beers, but I really like a good like craft IPA with kind of a citrusy, a bit hoppy but not too hoppy. And as for cocktails, I think I really like mojitos in the summer. Okay. What is your spirit animal and why? So I'm gonna use my mirror that's back there. That's why I'm staring ahead. I try to be kind of minimal with foundation. Also, I'm not that great at makeup, so I'm just kind of doing whatever. I wanted to try and multitask, but apparently it's not going very well. So I'm gonna use I cleaned it, but like the reason why it looks kind of dirty is because I had some on my hand and it just like, anyways. Spirit animal. Man, I don't know, like I really, like if we're just talking about like, you know, animals that I really like birds. I've always loved birds. For me, they symbolize my childhood because when I was a kid, one summer I was very bored and I grabbed a book on, like, it was all about animals, but there's a section with like common birds of Europe because that's what back when I lived in France. And hair's getting in the way. And I decided to go around my backyard and learn how to identify them. So I'd say maybe birds. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? I'm not wearing perfume. I rarely wear perfume because sometimes it like kind of annoys me. But when I do wear perfume, I wear this. Just because it was gifted to me and I like the scent, so that's the only perfume I own actually. And as you can see, I haven't used it a lot. I think I might add a bit more foundation because I barely put any. Tea or coffee? Most days I'd say coffee, but sometimes I'm in a tea mood. What are your life goals? So, let's see. It's complicated. It changes all the time. What are my life goals? Well, like in general, I know I want to do something that's gonna be meaningful to me, and like I don't want to sound cliche, but kind of make some kind of difference. But I know it's not like gonna make like a lot of times differences are made like on smaller scale. So if I can, you know, do something, and even if it brings, like in science, let's take that metaphor because I'm in science. Like let's say like you want to make a huge discovery about something in science, like you're more likely to make like little small discoveries that add up to big discoveries. So if I can make those little discoveries that can help then add up and make a big difference, that's where it'd be like I'd like to be at, because like realistically that's what a lot of things are accomplished in collaboration. And also collaborative energy is very, very powerful because you get exposed to new ideas, new perspectives. So whatever field, I'm probably going to stay in the environmental science field because I'm very passionate about that. So whether that be environmental consulting, maybe environmental policy, that's something I'd like to look into. As for personal goals, I'd like to probably get married at some point. Although, yeah, I definitely would like to get married at some point, but it's not like a goal for me necessarily. Like, I don't think getting married should be a goal, because your relationship doesn't just like end after you get like your relationship. It's not like it's goal to get married. Like your relationship, if you want it to be a long-term, like you're constantly going to be working on it. Like it's not an end goal to get married. And even if you don't get married, you can have a very good long-term committed relationship. But I want to more, I don't know, it just kind of would feel right with the person I am right now. But it wouldn't be until like much later, because right now I'm not at all, I wouldn't be down to get married at all right now. Children, probably. I think I would want some, but like, it's just like with the world we live in right now, and like it's kind of uncertain what's going to happen with things like climate change and stuff. I just kind of worry, like, what kind of world are we living, or what kind of world are we leaving behind? Like, is it, see, I think about this a lot. Is it fair to bring a child into this world when you know, being in the field that you are in, like that I'm in, environmental science, how kind of messed up things are right now, and we don't really know what the climate is going to be like in a couple decades? Like our generation and then the generation after, like we're gonna have to face all these things, and I don't know how fair it is to bring someone into this world. But at the same time, also the flip of the coin is I can, you know, maybe that's a bit narcissistic, but like if you raise children with good values while still letting them be individuals and, you know, decide things for themselves and make their own discoveries, like I think maybe that can bring some good to the world also. I don't know, there's different ways to see that. And then as for other personal goals, I'd like to write a book one day. I used to love writing, and I haven't been doing so much lately, but I will catch myself daydreaming about different stories that I want to write. But even like I would be down to also write about things I'm passionate about, whether they be fiction or nonfiction. So yeah, I'd like to write a book. Also, my boyfriend's playing video games in the background, that's why we hear him. And then I'd like to travel, but like in a way that's like more like slow travel, that's less unsustainable. And even if it's like road tripping around the country, like I feel like that's very nice. Like it doesn't have to be always like super fancy vacation. And also I signed up to run a marathon for this upcoming September, so that's a pretty big goal. And obviously there's getting my master's degree in next year. So yeah, like there's a lot of things. I'd also like to learn how to be kinder to myself and more compassionate towards myself. Like that would be a very good like personal goal as well. Okay, so what sports do you play or have you played? And also I'm gonna grab my spray and spray my beauty blender a bit more. So in high school I was in cross country, and I really like running. Like it became like, for me it wasn't just a sport, it was kind of like for my mental health, and it still is. Although I've kind of like not done it as much right now because it's the winter, and I used to run outside in the winter, but I don't know, my body's like less resistant somehow, and I'm less motivated to do so. So I'll run on the treadmill a bit, but I like to do other things to keep myself in shape during the winter. Like I joined my friends like self-defense club, and we kind of do like, we're learning like mixed martial arts, and I think that's a lot of fun, and it's kind of learning a new skill. Okay, have any books you read change your life? I think the Harry Potter books really changed my life growing up. They were kind of like what, I don't know, sparked imagination in me, and like from then on I was like, and even before, but it really woke up something into me, like in me, and I just was really into coming up with worlds and stories and things like that, and I don't know, it just shaped my childhood. So I would say those books definitely changed my life. Okay, so what is your favorite movie? I really like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, more because of like there's a big sentimental value attached to them. because growing up we would watch them every summer with my cousins and my siblings, and we'd like learn all the lines by heart and like pretend to be like Legolas, Aragorn, all these people, like the hobbits. Like we'd pretend to fight, and like the girls would pretend to be like Galadriel because she's a badass. No, not Galadriel, although she's kind of a badass too. Eowyn, because she's a badass. So those movies really like impacted me. As for like more recent movies, let's see, what recent movies have I seen? I really like Joker. That was a great movie. I wouldn't say it's a favorite movie, but it's definitely like, whoa, like when I came out of the theater I was like, damn, like I was thinking about that movie for days on end after. I don't know, I don't have a favorite movie. It kind of just like, I have movies that I like and movies that I don't like so much. I used to have favorite movies, but not so much anymore. Who are your favorite YouTubers? So, I guess there's like, it kind of changes depending on my interests, but I think I really like Kayla Nicholson. She's a lifestyle YouTuber, but she also does a lot of like advice videos, a lot of vlogs, and she's really into like wellness and health and like, you know, self-love, and kind of like she's also like pretty vulnerable, especially recently, and like open to kind of, you know, share her emotions with her audience. And I don't know, she's just very, I also really like her personality and like how creative and bubbly she is, like the books she's written and her poetry, and just, I don't know, she's just kind of, I really like her vibes. I also really like, I've been really into skincare YouTube lately. So there's like this YouTuber called Kenna Whitnall, who she did a degree in biochemistry, and she's really knowledgeable, and she kind of like reviews different skincare products based on like their ingredient list, and she teaches you just a lot of things, like demystifies certain things we think about skincare, and it's really interesting. There's like some smaller YouTubers that I follow, like Michaela Samantri, Steph YouTube, and Emily Caitlin, and like other smaller YouTubers that I really like to watch as well, because I feel like, I don't know, they're even more personable somehow. What else? Yeah, I mean, I follow a lot of people, but depending on like what mood I'm in. Oh, I really like Tiffany Ferguson, I think. I'll link all the YouTubers down below, because she does like internet analysis, and she like breaks down different trends going on YouTube, or like for example, recently she made a video on like YouTubers quitting their day job to like become full-time YouTubers, and she kind of like she has like a very but like she's a very structured way of like going through her arguments and analyzing different things that are happening on the internet, like different like trends and waves of things. And then there's also like Smoky Glow. She's like a drama / makeup reviewer / commentary channel. She's really good too. Like, it really depends what's on my subscription list. Oh my god, they're so loud. He's playing video games on Discord with his buddies, which is like, I love when he's having a great time, but he's loud. Do you speak any languages, and how well? Je parle français, je suis française. Je suis française et américaine, et ma première langue est le français, donc oui, je parle français. I said I speak English, French. French is my first language. I'm French and American, so yeah, I speak French. Hablo un poco de español, pero no he hablado en más de 5 años. Y mi español no es bueno, pero quiero practicar mi español. So yeah, I used to know a bit of Spanish because I did it in high school, and I really want to practice it. And I know some people that are from like Mexico, or I have a lab mate that's from Panama, and I know like people from different places from like Central and South America, and I really want to practice with them. So hopefully I can get it back on track, because that was pretty bad. Am I single or taken? Well, I mean, I've been mentioning my boyfriend in this video quite a lot, so you can kind of like answer that question for yourself. But my boyfriend and I, we met in residence and at a party through a common friend. Basically, he'd been coming on my floor. We weren't on the same residence floor, but his friend was on the same floor as me, and he would bring my boyfriend down, and we started talking, and then I don't know, at the time I was kind of interested in another guy, but then nothing came out of that. And then we went to a party and we like made out, and I don't know, it's been 4 years, so I guess things are going well, you know? We live together, we've been living together for 2 years. We have 2 cats. We're like, everyone on campus is like, oh, you guys are such a perfect couple, and like, while I really like that compliment, we're not perfect, like, because also like my boyfriend's kind of a big man on campus at the moment, because he's also doing his master's. He's the bar manager for our student bar, so everyone kind of knows him, and he's really nice. Like most people really like him, but and people are like, oh, your relationship is like goals and everything, and like, while I think we have a pretty good relationship, like any relationship, we do have our disagreements and we do have like things we have to work on, but overall I would agree it's a great relationship. Like, I'm very happy, very grateful, and yeah, I don't know, it makes me happy. What is your idea of your dream date? I think anything in the outdoors is really fun. Like, we've gone on, like, with my family, like, it's not technically a date because my family was there, but, well, although we did that alone too, like going on like a snowshoe hike, or going on a hike together, and then like coming home and like making a big meal, and then like cuddling up in front of a movie. But even like sometimes we go on downtown adventures. We go to downtown Montreal, which is like depending on which kind of transport you take, it can be like 30 minutes to an hour and a half. I don't know how this makeup is gonna turn out because the lighting in my room is pretty bad. So yeah, like a downtown adventure, go to museums, then like find a cool restaurant in Chinatown. I love Chinatown because it's very affordable and they have such good food. Also, like, Comic-Con is like a tradition we have. It's a lot of fun. What else? Yeah, I don't know, it like depends on the time of year, I guess, but outdoor stuff and like going and exploring the city together, and not always like entirely like planning a bit what we want to do, but like being open for surprises, that's always like a lot of fun. How long was your longest relationship? Where that's like, this relationship is kind of like the only real relationship I've ever had, so it's obviously the longest, but also it's quite long. It's been 4 years, so I mean, compared to like a married couple who's been together for like 50 years, obviously it's nothing, but like for how old I am, it's a pretty good long relationship, and it's going well, and I'm like pretty confident it's gonna last for a long time, so yeah. Now I'm gonna put a bit of highlighter. If I can, my feet are like kind of like getting pins and needles. How would you describe your fashion sense? Non-existent. Like casual. Like, I'm wearing a graphic tee and jeans right now, but it's also because like I'm not planning on going anywhere, even though I'm doing a full face of makeup, so like kind of casual. Yeah, casual. I don't know, I don't really have a really defined fashion sense, because depending on like my mood, at one point I was trying to be a bit more edgy and stuff, but I don't know, I don't really know what my fashion sense is, to be honest. Most days I just go to to school and to the lab like with like, ooh, that highlight be poppin'. Let's see, it's nice. It's the Pixie Doer Gossamer highlight, I think. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, usually it's just like jeans and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. Yeah, like hoodie. But sometimes I'll like dress it up. Sometimes, like, I think I made more effort in the fall. Like, I would like put like nice little cute shirts and cardigans, but now it's just so cold and I have so much work and I've been so stressed out, and like also like I have like some gut issues and like I get really bloated, so it's like I have IBS. I'll make a video about that, but so like I get really uncomfortably bloated and I need to be in comfy pants, and sometimes like when you're more fancy, like I don't know, I just need to be comfy. What is your go-to hairstyle? I don't know, I just wear my hair down, like I brush it, that's it. I don't really do much to my hair. Sometimes in like a high ponytail, but I don't really have time in the morning, and also I try to like apply little to no heat on my hair, so yeah. How many siblings do you have? I have 3 younger siblings. I have a sister, she's 21. I have another sister, she's 17, turning 18 in May. And I have a brother, he's 13, and he's 13. So 10 years younger than me. What is your go-to fast food order? I'd say like something like pizza. Probably like a vegetarian pizza or something. Do you use PC or Mac? I use Mac. Your most memorable vacation memory? I have a lot because I've been very fortunate when I've been able to travel, but I really liked going to my grandparents' chalet in the Alps, so like house in the Alps, and like going on hikes. But also when I was in high school, we would do a lot of cross country like trips, like to like national parks in like an RV, and that was like a lot of fun. And we just saw so many cool things like Bryce Canyon, the Grand Canyon, all these like other smaller national parks, like I think there's one called like Capitol Rocks National Park, Dead Horse Point State Park, like all those like I love southwestern United States. It's just thinking about it just gives me chills, like what are your morning evening routines? So in the morning I've been pretty bad about snoozing, so that's not a great routine, but I used to be better about that. And I try to not look at my phone right away, but I usually end up like when I'm making coffee, I start like watching a YouTube video to help me wake up, which isn't great, but I mean that's what I do most mornings. And like coffee, breakfast, like skincare. I haven't been wearing makeup these days, just sunscreen. And then I get dressed and I go to school. Depending on like if there's dishes in the sink, I might do that, and sometimes waste time doing that and then get late, like arrive at school late. And also something I really like that I do is I do like when I get up of bed, I drink water right away, and then I like stretch. I do some like yoga stretches, even if it's for like 5 minutes. Evening, usually it's like skincare, some kind of tea, and like something we have like our little ritual, unless we have like too much work and we have to do it in the evening. Like we'll cuddle in bed, my boyfriend and I, with our cats, and then we'll like watch a show on Netflix. Right now we just finished Sabrina, so that was our show we were watching together. We need to find another one, but yeah, that's usually like our little ritual. Do you have any bad habits? I'd say plenty. So I think the fact that I've been snoozing is pretty bad. Also I watch a lot of YouTube videos, which up to a certain point is fine, but I think I watch too much YouTube. I'm always late. Unless it's like a very important event, then I won't, but I'm like very bad at like time, like in the morning, like especially like determining like how much time things are gonna take. Like I'm really bad. Yeah, I probably have others, but I can't think of them right now. Tell us one thing that we wouldn't know. Tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. Something interesting about myself. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's so fake. I actually hate it. I hate those kind of questions actually, because like if it's within a context, I feel like I could come up with something that's kind of cool. Like if you and I were having a conversation, you can be like, oh, by the way, like I do this thing or blah blah blah. I don't know. I mean, okay, like I can think, since we were talking about my childhood earlier on, I did some child modeling when I was a kid, and then also I learned a bit of Mandarin when I lived in Taiwan. I knew how to how to count to 10 in Chinese, and I knew how to sing happy birthday, which I believe is Juni, Shensi, Kwaile, probably terrible like pronunciation, but yeah, I knew a bit of Mandarin when I was a kid. So I guess that's kind of interesting. And I'm not done with my makeup, so I can answer some of like the extended version of the questionnaire. I really suck at eyebrows, and I'm not gonna do that on camera. I'm just gonna put some gel. Honestly, I don't know how to do eyebrows, so there's no point in me trying on camera. My sisters would cry right now. Not cry, but they're always like, Mathilde, you need to learn how to do your eyebrows. I still need an eyebrow pencil though to brush them out. What is your favorite Netflix show? I have a couple. Let's see. Stranger Things. The Office. What else? Haunting of Hill House. That was a great one. I really like kind of creepy things. Kind of mysterious. Supernatural. Sherlock. Right now I'm watching Lock and Key, which I'm really growing to like. Sabrina, I really like Sabrina. I used to like Riverdale, but now it's gone to shit, and I watch it still, but I don't really like it that much anymore. Oh my god. Oh. That was a bit of a disaster. What else? There's like a lot of shows that I've watched on Netflix that I've really liked. But I think those are the main ones. I mean, Friends, that's a classic. Yeah, I can't think of any right now. I'm probably forgetting like a really important one. Okay. Show us your songs tab on Spotify. What was I last listening to? I was listening to Nothing's Gonna Hurt You Baby by Cigarettes After Sex because Kayla Nicholson called me back into that band recently. What is the craziest thing you've done? What's the craziest thing you've done? Man, I don't know like what they mean by crazy, because like it could be like something super daring or like kind of like that's like unlawful. I mean, I guess it's not the craziest thing, but something cool that I did is like when I lived in Taiwan, I went to Australia. That's kind of cool. I don't know. Like, yeah. Describe your first crush. Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm not inspired. Like, let's see. Any pets? Oh, I'm gonna go get one of my pets. This is Whiskey. He's my baby, and he's very cute, and he was sleeping in the corner in the like entrance hall, and I'm gonna let him go because he's not happy. I'm gonna go look for my other pets. This is Scotch. He's a long boy and a fluffy boy, and he's so kind, and he loves playing in the snow. And he purrs when you pick him up, except right now because I disrupted his nap. Okay, go. Oh, I thought about something you wouldn't know about me. I'm part of the brewing club at school, and we make beer. Like, we've like brewed beer and stuff. So it's really cool, and like we like fermented things, and yeah. Also, like another cool thing about me, I guess. Cool. I don't know if it's cool, but like I like really like, you know, the environment and such, and I recently like started doing, well, I mean, it also has to do with my master's project, but I recently started vermicomposting, so using worms to compost waste, and it's a lot of fun. It's like I have my bin with my worms, and it's, some people might think it's gross, but like as someone who also like studied ecology in her undergrad, like it's really cool because there's like also like little mites and stuff. They stay in the box, don't worry. And it's like a cool ecosystem, and there are even like plants growing in there. I don't know how, because like there's a lid and there's not much light coming through the little. Oh, he came back. Oh, okay, go away. All right, I just think, oh man, Forgot my mascara. I was gonna say goodbye to you guys and then I realized I need to put on some mascara. Oh yeah, and I'm just gonna throw up. I'm not gonna throw up. I'm just gonna throw on some gloss as well. Maybe I didn't really want to do makeup. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna take it off. Maybe try and take a selfie. It's not that amazing looking. I don't know what I wanted to do. I could have just, yeah, I don't know. I felt kind of weird being on camera without makeup or just talking and not doing something. I'm new to this YouTube thing. I'm gonna go put my favorite gloss on. Fenty Beauty, baby. Ooh, it's almost done. Oof, there's like a hair on my lip. Alright, so that concludes this video. I hope you learned something new about me and I don't know, like, are interested now in watching some of my like upcoming videos. I'm gonna untie my hair. It's all messy because it was in a bun. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you want to follow me and like watch my other videos, you can subscribe, and yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.